What up? What up? It's your boy Ola here with Ola TV. On this edition, we got the WWE Friday Night Smackdown for today's edition, and we are kicking it off big time with this one right here. So, if you guys tuned in last week, as you guys may or may not know, WWE SmackDown had continued the tag team tournament, and it looks like tonight on Friday Night SmackDown, they're gonna go ahead and finish things up here. It looks like Ricochet and Braun Strowman are the first ones coming out to the ring as we speak. Braun Strowman right now and Ricochet in the finals match. The winner of this match, of course, as we stated last week, will go ahead and get the number one contendership to go up against the undisputed tag team champions, the Usos. So right now we've got Ricochet and Braun Strowman have made their way to the ring, and the opposing team that's coming up next would be Imperium, which is Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci coming up next. So this is going to be a great one here. I have no idea which direction this is going to go, but this is going to be a great tag team match to kick off Friday. And as Imperium is getting ready to come out to compete, we actually have all three members of Imperium on their way to the ring. You've got Ludwig Kaiser, you've got Giovanni Vinci, and you have the Intercontinental Champion, one of the longest Royal Rumble entries in the IC champ coming to us, accompany his team to the ring. We've got your boy Gunther. So all members of Imperium showing up for this match. However, it is only a 2-on-2 match because again, these guys are going for the number one contendership spot for the tag team titles. However, their leader, Gunther, aka Gunther, he's coming to accompany them to the ring to make sure they get the job done and make sure that they get the number one contendership so that Imperium can have more gold around their waist. This is going to be a great tag team match. This is the first match of the evening to start SmackDown, and we'll see how this one's going to go. To be honest, man, I like both of these tag teams. I don't have a favorite in this one, so let the best tag team win so that they can dictate who's going to face off 2-on-2 competition against the Usos. Now, I'm wondering if the winner of this match is going to get number one contendership riding into WrestleMania, or if they're going to be fighting for those titles in the number one contendership coming up for the Elimination Chamber now that we are officially in February, which will be at the end of this month. By the way, guys, for those of you tuning in, tomorrow is going to be NXT Vengeance Day. A big possibility that I may be tuning into that. So tune into that stream in case that you are interested in getting the live updates for that pay-per-view. Whether you're watching it at home, whether you're listening to this commentary here on the headphones, you're more than welcome to join. Appreciate all the support, and thank you for everyone that showed up on Monday Night Raw this week and last week, as well as last week's SmackDown live stream, and of course for all of you who showed support for the WWE Royal Rumble. I thank you for all the viewership. Now the match is officially on the way, and right now Braun Strowman starting the match with heavy impact, chopping in the face both members of Imperium and Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni. Both men are reeling outside of the ring, having a conversation with each other, making sure that their jawlines haven't been broken or that they don't have any missing teeth due to Braun Strowman chopping both of them in the face. We got ringside Gunther with the IC championship around his waist, still as the current champ. And what an impressive Royal Rumble streak that he had, almost winning the Rumble as early entry at number one and almost breaking the Rey Mysterio record. Ludwig gets back into the ring, goes after Ricochet one-on-one. Ricochet goes over the back, and then a nice dropkick across the face of Ludwig. But now Ludwig turning it around with a chop across the face to Ricochet. Now Ricochet with a nice little chin breaker. And Ludwig, as he's in the other side of the ring, Ricochet looks towards the ropes and gets distracted temporarily by Giovanni. And then as he turns back to his opponent, he catches a nasty elbow across the face. And now Braun Strowman coming outside of the ring and takes out Giovanni. And now he's face to face, one-on-one, Braun Strowman with Gunther. And Gunther right now barking orders over at Braun Strowman. And Kaiser goes flying through the ropes to try to surprise Braun Strowman with a sneak attack. It doesn't work. He gets caught. And Braun Strowman, then while he's holding Ludwig Kaiser on the outside of the ring, Giovanni leaps onto the third ropes and jumps on top of both Ludwig Kaiser and Braun Strowman, laying both his tag team partner and his opponent out in the outside of the ring at the same time. Woo! What a way to start WWE SmackDown Friday night on Fox. An amazing match to get started already. I'm gonna be honest. I got a feeling they're probably gonna go with Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci. I think those two guys are probably gonna win this match and get the opportunity to be able to go ahead and face off. But I'm not gonna count Ricochet and Braun Strowman out. I just think that Imperium is one of those factions that they're slowly but surely trying to increase in popularity. They're also slowly but surely trying to give the opportunity for them to be able to go ahead and kind of grow that faction a bit more. So I have a good feeling that more than likely, we're gonna Imperium pull off the upset against Braun Strowman and Ricochet. However, we cannot count either tag team out because you just never know the direction that WWE is going with. But again, guys, this is the road to WrestleMania. Starting off SmackDown with a big tag team match. And also later on tonight, there should be a lot of other big matches that are scheduled for tonight. If I'm not mistaken, I believe tonight is supposed to be Charlotte Flair defending her title one-on-one against Sonya Deville. I believe that's one of them that's scheduled. And there's a couple of other good matches coming up that are scheduled. Now, the real question is, will the faction of the Bloodline, any member of the Bloodline, show up tonight? The reason why I asked this question is because on Monday Night Raw, faction did not show up. As you guys may or may not know, for those who did not tune in, Sami Zayn officially is more than likely out of the Bloodline after attacking Roman Reigns. And not only that, but on his Instagram, if you guys didn't catch it, on his Instagram, he posted a photo where basically he's throwing all the pictures of him and the Bloodline together, and he put all the portraits next to a trash can. So is Sami Zayn officially throwing in the towel as one of the members? I don't know. It's a possibility. Let me go ahead and show you guys because right now we're on commercial break. Let me take a moment here to see if I can pull up my Instagram account and let's see if I'm already logged in so we can go ahead and show you guys this portrait. It looks like I am not logged in. So give me a moment here, guys, as I'm getting ready to log in. Right now it's on commercial break, so we can take a quick moment here just to see. Take a moment to log in. It might take a moment here. I might have to try a couple of different passwords just because I typically want to remember all my passwords. Ooh, and as we speak right now, let me actually, before I log into Instagram and show you the picture that I'm talking about, once again, I forgot to plug in my charger. So give me 30 seconds and I'll be right back. All right, you guys, we are back. We are back in business. Just had to take a moment here to plug in the battery charger for the laptop because yet again, forgot to do that. As always, I always forget to do something. So my apologies, but we are tuned in. We're back from commercial break. And now Braun Strowman is in the center of the ring getting attacked by Kaiser. We got Giovanni Vinci, excuse me, right now tagged in. Couple of shots across the back of Braun Strowman. Right now, Imperium working as a good cohesive unit as we speak. Braun Strowman trying to lift up Giovanni, and Giovanni stops him from being able to be lifted. And now Braun Strowman lifts up Giovanni again, getting much closer to the other corner of the ring where Ricochet is located so he can tag his partner in. And Braun Strowman throws Giovanni over the top of his shoulders, and Ricochet tagged in, goes flying across the third rope, body to body, on Kaiser because Kaiser tries to interfere. Then he does a nice little Hurricane Rana to Giovanni. Oof. And now he runs into the abdomen area of Giovanni, who was laying down in the corner. And then a kick across the face, taking all the impact Giovanni right now, courtesy of Ricochet. Then Ricochet leaps off the third rope with a leaping clothesline Then he does a running shooting star press on the ground, lands on top of Giovanni for the pin, and the kick out after two. But Ricochet right now reeling. Man is showing why he deserves an opportunity alongside his tag team partner with Braun Strowman for the number one contendership for the tag team titles. This is the finals match for the tag team tournament. The winner of this match tonight will get number one contendership against the Usos. And Giovanni now driven shoulder first into the post. Kaiser's tagged in. Kaiser going coast to coast, rope to rope. And when he runs towards Ricochet, Ricochet moves. Kaiser accidentally hits his own tag team partner in the face. Ricochet tagged in Braun Strowman, but I don't think Kaiser's seen it. Ricochet now bounces off the ropes. Nice little flip off the ropes and then a flying elbow towards Kaiser. Now Braun Strowman gets in the ring. Giovanni was trying to sneak in, and he gets run through by Braun Strowman. Now Braun telling Ricochet, come over here so I can throw you over the third rope. Ricochet goes, bounces off the ropes. Braun Strowman with one arm throws Ricochet over the third rope, and Ricochet wipes both guys out, both Kaiser, and also he takes down Giovanni simultaneously. Oh, man. And right now, the referee just saw that. So Ricochet shoved Gunther, but the referee did not see it. But then Gunther shoved Ricochet in retaliation. Referee saw the second shove, not the first one. So Gunther has been ejected from the building, courtesy of the referee seeing him. And now Gunther talking smack to Braun Strowman, trying to distract Braun Strowman outside of the ring. Braun Strowman trying to chase after him. Bro, the referee should have called the disqualification on this match. You clearly seen that Gunther shoved Ricochet. That should have been a disqualification. And the winners, Braun Strowman and Ricochet, should have been awarded the number one contendership. Now, Braun Strowman distracted on the outside of the ring. Kaiser gets in the ring, does a massive clothesline to Ricochet, who gets the tag from Giovanni, and then goes for an immediate pin. And it almost looks like Imperium was about to steal the match. But how can any of this even be legal, you guys? How do we have this guy slowly exiting the ring, trying to taunt Braun Strowman so that Braun Strowman can get distracted, trying to cost him the match, and yet no disqualification even after the fact that the referee saw Gunther shove Ricochet, and then he ejects him and still gives him the opportunity to still distract Braun Strowman. So this match right now, a little bit suspect. As I said before, they're probably going to be leaning towards the direction of Imperium, and so far, that's what it's looking like. But Imperium has not yet gotten the victory. Right now, we are on a commercial break. So while we're waiting for that to return, let me go ahead now and go back to Instagram. And let's see if my Instagram account will go ahead and let me log in. I think I know what it is. Give me a second here, guys. I think I was entering the wrong username is what it is. I think I spelled it wrong. All right, let's see. Yeah, I have this. I have my Instagram automatically logged in on my phone. So to be quite honest, I rarely, if ever, sign in on the browser version, especially since the browser version is slow. All right, I got my Instagram. Let's go. All right, let's see. Let's see. Let me see. I'm gonna look up Sami Zayn. Watch this, Sami Zayn. Where we got Sami Zayn at right here. By the way, guys, still commercial break, so I wanted to show you this Instagram photo so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Let's see. Ooh, did Sami Zayn delete the photo? No way. Sami Zayn deleted the photo. I think he got rid of it. Hold on. I'm gonna try to find it on Google, guys. Let me take a second here. Sami Zayn uh throws away uh bloodline portrait. Let me see if that will pull up any search results here. So you guys can see, because you guys probably didn't catch this, but Sami Zayn did throw out the bloodline portraits. He had it in like a trash can or something like that. Let's see images. Oh, they kind of modified it a little bit. Oh, I found it. I found it. Hold up. Hold up. I found it. Let's get it. All right, guys, check this photo out. Let me go ahead and take a moment to share. Let's share my screen real quick. Let's see. Let's see. All right, Sami Zayn. Which one is it? Right here. Should be this one. Yeah. All right, guys, check this out. Check this out. This is how you know Sami Zayn is no longer going to be part of the bloodline. Peak game. Look at this photo right here. Look at that. You see that? Do you see that? Honorary Oos. The shirt is officially in the trash. He did that literally after the Royal Rumble. So Sami Zayn is no longer part of the faction, the bloodline. All right, that's one photo. Here's the other proof. You want more proof? Look at the other one. This is the one I was talking about. Oof, look at this. Look at this. You got the honorary Oos right here, Sami Zayn. It says Oos. Then you got them here, Oos and the Usos. Then you got the entire bloodline here. Oof. If that doesn't tell you that Sami Zayn is no longer part of the bloodline, I don't know what will. Sami Zayn is done. He is done with the bloodline. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, back to the SmackDown action, guys, because now commercial break is over. Braun Strowman has finally returned back to the ring. Ricochet over here got himself composed and was beating up on Kaiser for a moment. And now a sneak tag by Giovanni. Giovanni springboards off the second rope and lands on top of Ricochet. And then Ricochet, a massive boot across the face by Kaiser. And then both Kaiser and Giovanni, a double team drop kick across the face of Braun Strowman, who was standing on the apron waiting for the tag. And he gets laid out. So again, Ricochet becoming the sacrificial sheep, courtesy of the Imperium. And Braun Strowman is laid out in the outside pavement. Now Giovanni has Ricochet with his head under his legs. Pause, no pun intended. We've got Kaiser going up to the third rope. I think they're about to do their tag team move right here. Let's see what happens. Woo! All right, and right now, I don't know what's going on. All of a sudden, guys, randomly out of nowhere, my stream is starting to act crazy right now. Maybe I better close some of these tabs that open because I guess maybe it's starting to slow down my connection. All right, let's close some of these out. Yep. Ricochet ends up getting out of it. Giovanni reeling right now for Ludwig Kaiser. Ricochet right now reeling, trying to get a tag from Braun Strowman. Kaiser's tagged in. Oh, and Ricochet leaps across the ring. Braun Strowman's in now. Braun with a nice shoulder takedown, another shoulder takedown. Ludwig Kaiser reeling. Then he takes Kaiser over the air and throws him across the ring. A springboard. Giovanni off the second rope tries to catch Braun Strowman, and he runs into a massive brick wall and ends up not even impacting Strowman at all. Oh, man. And Kaiser catches a massive clothesline from hell by Braun Strowman that flips him inside out. Literally flips like 3 to 4 feet off the canvas. And now Braun getting the fans cheering him on. A big power bomb. Holding him. Ooh. And a monster power bomb by Braun Strowman. Now he tags in Ricochet. Tells him to go up to the top. Now he's going to climb the shoulders of Braun Strowman. They're walking towards the center of the ring. Ricochet. Oof, what a nasty somersault off the shoulders of Braun Strowman. Lands on top of the abdomen of Ludwig Kaiser. And man, we get the victory. Ricochet, Braun Strowman. They become the finals champs, and therefore they get the number one contendership, being the contenders to take it all in the tag team tournament. The boys are ready to go for the titles against the Usos. Ricochet and Braun Strowman, I'm not going to lie to you, man. I did count them out for a second because I thought they were going to give it to Imperium, especially when Gunther was interfering. But man, Braun Strowman and Ricochet leaping off the shoulders of Braun Strowman when he leaped off his shoulders, man, oh man, massive somersault off the shoulders. And actually, they just announced that next week, the Usos versus Braun Strowman and Ricochet will be taking place on WWE Smackdown here on Fox. So, guys, we will see, will we get new champions, new undisputed tag team champions next week on SmackDown? It just been announced that the winners are facing the Usos next week. So Ricochet, Braun Strowman on a roll the past several weeks. They won the opportunity into the tournament last week. They won the finals match this week. And now next week, they're going to have the championship match against the Usos. I thought they were going to possibly wait and leave that for either Elimination Chamber or possibly stretch it out even more into WrestleMania. But I guess the Usos are going to be defending their titles, my friends. Tag team action next week on SmackDown. All right, let's see what we got next coming up on the next match. But as I told you guys before, there has been no announcements yet of the Bloodline showing up here tonight. So we'll see what happens with that. But if I'm being honest, I don't know if they're going to show up tonight, but we'll see. Oh man, this is gonna be crazy, man. I would love for the Bloodline to show up tonight, though, and to finally make just make us all have, I guess, like a sense of clarity. Is Sami Zayn in or is Sami Zayn out? Well, right now they're showing a Royal Rumble recap, and I got a feeling that Royal Rumble recap is going to be about the fact that Sami Zayn, officially betrayed them. But let's see what this Royal Rumble recap from last week is actually about. If this is about the Bloodline, then I got a feeling that Bloodline will show up tonight. Typically they don't show up on Friday Night SmackDowns. You might get the Usos, you might get Sami Zayn every now and then, you might even get Solo Sikoa, but very rarely do you get very, very rarely do you get the Bloodline. Right now, they're showing the 30 women Royal Rumble, I believe, is what's showing at the recap. So since we already know who won that, which was Rhea Ripley, let me go ahead and take a moment here while we're waiting for that recap to finish. See if I can refresh my connection, because for some odd reason my connection lagging real badly tonight. All right, so on this one, we've got backstage, we've got Kayla Braxton about an interview, Charlotte Flair. All right, let's see what Charlotte Flair has to say. Yep, so it looks like later tonight or upcoming soon, Charlotte Flair is going to be defending her title with one-on-one competition against Sonya Deville. Oh man! And while Charlotte Flair was getting interviewed by Braxton backstage, Sonya Deville interrupts, starts it off with a nice gesture at first, and says, "We're in the city of woo," but then she says, "Or are we just in the city of Hicks?" So she goes from complimenting the town to insulting the town. Now Sonya Deville and Charlotte Flair right now heating up before the match. This match looks like it's going to be crazy right now. So I got a feeling that Sonya Deville is going to be losing this match, and she's going to be losing her mind after she loses the match. Got a SmackDown Clash of the Coliseum. I have no idea what that means. There's a Clash of the Coliseum match coming up. It shows Rey Mysterio, and I don't even know, is he going to be going heads up against, because Dominic's on Raw. Dominic's not on SmackDown anymore. But then again, Judgment Day kind of does whatever they want, to be honest. So let's see what this is going to be coming up next. They have a match, I think, coming up called Clash of the Coliseum. I don't know who's involved. The only face I saw was Rey Mysterio, and then they quickly went into a commercial break. It's going to be very interesting to see who exactly is going to be in that match. But guys, so far, tag team matches have been decided. Fantastic news to see Braun Strowman and Ricochet moving forward as the number one contenders next week to fight against those titles. Charlotte Flair's match, I believe, should be coming up next, defending the title. Yes, you heard it right. Defending the title on SmackDown, one-on-one with Sonya Deville coming up soon. And later on tonight, we're going to be hearing something from Rey Mysterio. Maybe he's going to explain why, as the number 17 entrant, he did not show up to the Royal Rumble. If you guys remember, or if you didn't see it at the Royal Rumble, number 17 was Rey Mysterio. He didn't come out, never made it to the match. Number 18 was his son, Dominic. And Dominic comes out with Rey Mysterio's mask, and he's wearing the mask as a form of insult, takes the mask off and starts trying to shred the mask in half, starts kind of like pulling the threads apart, basically. So maybe we're going to get an explanation tonight as to exactly what happened with Rey Mysterio, because it looks like he's going to be on action later on tonight. So that's going to be interesting to figure out what exactly is going on with that. Right now it's on a commercial break, so give it a few seconds here before we get back. Matter of fact, while we're waiting on the commercial break, woo! Guess what, guys? It's been a long week. It's Friday night. And what does that mean? Not only are we having SmackDown, but what that also means is this. It's time for me to go ahead and pull an adult beverage. As you guys know, I like to quench my thirst, no pun intended. Give me 1 second here. I'm about to crack open a can. Woo! Cracked open that can. Quite refreshing. It's been in the fridge for about a week. Some leftover cans. Won't be putting it on the live stream though, just to keep this, just to keep this live stream rated E for everyone. We'll make sure to keep that adult canned beverage off the stream. I know in the past I usually have shown it, but trying to keep it rated E for everyone. Rated E for everyone. All right, SmackDown's now back from commercial break. I'm hoping that Sonya Deville and Charlotte Flair match is a good match. I hope it's not like a squash match, because I almost feel like that's what it's gonna be. Because I mean, to be honest, I don't see Charlotte Flair losing to Sonya Deville. Sonya Deville to me is like, she's not a big enough name, a household name just yet. Right now they're showing recap of the Royal Rumble again. Try to get more people to want to watch it on Peacock. Right now they're showing Roman Reigns coming out with the title. On another clip, they showed Brock Lesnar frustrated when he got eliminated by Bobby Lashley. Got a couple different things going on. Oh, what's this? Roman Reigns addresses the state of the bloodline tonight? No way. So Roman Reigns is actually going to be on SmackDown tonight? Are you kidding me? Woo! Roman Reigns is going to be on SmackDown tonight, guys. Roman Reigns, the man that rarely, if ever, shows up on WWE Friday Night SmackDown, will be here tonight. They just announced it. He will be here tonight. Rey Mysterio, I thought he was going to show up tonight. I think what they're showing is a clip of Rey Mysterio at one of the LA Coliseum racetracks. I guess Rey Mysterio, maybe he's either a fan and he's over here. Oh, he gets interrupted by Dominic, who comes out and says, why are you guys hanging out with this old guy who just wears his pajamas? Dominic is out there right now talking smack to all the NASCAR drivers while his dad is there too. Dominic's over here talking smack to his dad. He's saying, do you want to race me in a NASCAR? He's like, the way that I used to beat you, pause, the way I used to defeat you, back in the days with the golf carts. He's like, we could do that again right here on the racetrack. We could drive these NASCARs and see what's up. And then boys, right now they're showing them putting on the NASCAR gear. Man, oh man. This guy just disrespects Rey Mysterio week after week after week, and Rey Mysterio just sits there. He takes it. Rey Mysterio does not seem to be able to get an upper hand on his son like ever, bro. Ever, I tell you. He rarely ever gets the upper hand against Dominic. Dominic's always like controlling his dad, dominating his dad, embarrassing his dad, beating his dad up, jumping him with the Judgment Day, especially when Rhea Ripley's around. Always beating up on his dad. Right now, they're showing them boys suiting up. They're showing them boys putting on the helmets. They're inside of the NASCARs. Boom. They revved up the engine. Now, I'm pretty sure neither one of these guys are in those vehicles because those NASCARs are going fast as heck, bro. So I highly doubt they're actually in it. They probably got like stunt doubles driving these vehicles. Now they're showing like live commentary of these boys talking smack in the NASCAR. Dominic talking trash to his dad from the vehicle, just talking out loud from the NASCAR. And the Judgment Day is literally at the sidelines watching them race each other. Dominic says the only racing that his dad has ever done is in the video games. Oh, Rey Mysterio catching up? No way. There's no way. Get out of here. Somehow Rey Mysterio, after trailing most of the race, takes the lead, he defeats his son literally by like a tenth of a second. And they made it so dramatic too. And Rey Mysterio is lifted up. Oh, and they got some WWE guys there too. They've got Xavier Woods and they got Kofi Kingston, both there who were supporting Rey Mysterio. Rey, after he wins, they lift him up on his shoulders. Oh, now Dominic trying to get physical with his dad again. And the Judgment Day also to try to back up Dominic, while the New Day trying to back up Rey Mysterio. These guys, man. I don't know how long they're going to continue to keep the Rey Mysterio and Dominic feud, especially since Rey Mysterio has barely gotten an advantage. Like, he's literally either lost every match or confrontation or been jumped by the Judgment Day or beat up by Rhea Ripley and Dominic. You know what I'm saying? Sonya Deville, week after week after week, was saying that she was going to get a title shot against Charlotte Flair. And week after week after week, she did nothing to deserve a title shot. She barely did anything to earn it. Yet, tonight, because of much frustration and Charlotte Flair giving in, last week it was announced that Charlotte Flair would give a title shot to Sonya Deville. And tonight, we are going to see, will Sonya Deville dethrone the Queen, the 14-time champ? You heard that right. 14-time women's champ in Charlotte Flair. Is she going to be dethroned tonight? Or will Sonya Deville finally get the beats of her life that she's definitely needed for a long time, courtesy of Charlotte Flair, to set her back in her tracks and put her in the back of the line for the WWE women's title picture? So if Sonya loses tonight, it's almost certain she is not going to get another title shot for at least a year. She didn't earn this opportunity, and she should be put in the back of the line to earn the next one if she loses tonight. Oh, next week on Raw. That's right. We talked about that last week when I did the live stream. No, actually, we talked about it this week, I think. Next week on Raw is going to Orlando, Florida. Woo! Next week, Monday. Man, do I want to see that live and in person? I don't know. Well, guys, if I go there live and in person, I'll make sure to get maybe some video clips of the stadium, depending if I go and depending how close I get seated. I honestly don't know if I'm going. I would love to go though because it's in Orlando, which is not too far away. However, I don't know. I might just stay home and live stream it as usual. But Orlando next week is going to be hosting Monday Night Raw. I believe it's in the, if I'm not mistaken, it should be in the Amway Center. If I'm not mistaken. So it looks like right now we're on a commercial break. I'm gonna go ahead and take a moment to take another quick drink here of my adult adult soda, adult beverage. Woo! All right, I'm back. Well, I'm gonna be honest. SmackDown typically doesn't have a whole lot of matches, even though they're a 2 hour program. They tend to have a lot of like fluff, a lot of finesse, a lot of promos, a lot of commercials. If you guys notice, whenever I do the Raw live streams or the pay per views, there's always a lot more matches, a lot more substance, a lot more back to back action. But when it comes to SmackDown, man, they do a lot of commercials and a lot of promo. Tell you that much. Yeah, right now, still on commercial break. So far, the only thing, and what time is it right now? It's 8:44 p.m. Eastern time. I'm on Eastern. Right now, the only thing that we've seen on SmackDown so far is the tag team tournament has been complete. We got Braun Strowman and Ricochet as the number one contenders for the Usos next week on SmackDown. Then they showed a segment with Rey Mysterio acting like he was racing his son Dominic in these professional NASCAR vehicles, which we all know it was more than likely stunt doubles because these boys cannot drive no NASCAR vehicles. And then after that, then we had the segment with Sonya Deville interrupting Charlotte Flair being interviewed backstage. And then from there, it's just been a whole lot of fluff, a whole lot of promo and stuff. So, really, all in all, there's only been one match so far. That's pretty much it. It's been just one match so far. WWE for sure needs to get a lot more competitors on the SmackDown lineup because they're always kind of like, lacking talent on that program, which is surprising that Charlotte Flair is there because usually she's on Raw. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they had the draft way back and I missed it because I honestly for a while stopped keeping up with the content. Well, back from commercial break, Sonya Deville is in the center of the ring, and now we're awaiting Charlotte Flair, the 14-time women's champ. Let's see what's going to happen here tonight. I'm pretty sure she's going to retain. So this should be an easy victory. Hopefully they have a nice match together. Hopefully it's not a squash match. Hopefully they'll be able to go ahead and make this a good match because there's not a whole lot of matches scheduled for tonight, to my recollection. And as far as the Roman Reigns and Bloodline situation goes, I'm pretty sure they're going to wait till the last minute for that. They're probably going to give at least 10 or 15 minutes to that. So I would say that at most, there might be about 3 more matches. Charlotte Flair now on the way to the ring. SmackDown title around her waist. She's got her Charlotte Flair, kind of like her daddy's robe, but the female version, all tucked in inside of the title to show the title off. I believe usually she keeps the title tucked in and she has the wardrobe covering it. Today she wanted to have the title wrapped around her wardrobe. So Charlotte Flair, super proud of holding the SmackDown title, and she's showing it off as much as she can here tonight. Hopefully that doesn't mean she's gonna lose this match. You get what I'm saying? Seems like SmackDown tonight is presented by Progressive. Charlotte Flair has made her way to the ring. Here we go, guys. Competition about to start in a moment. And we got the fans already, woo, in the audience. Right now, the women are getting announced. The lights are off. Sonya Deville from New Jersey. Oh, she a East Coast girl. Northeast Coast. Charlotte Flair in the corner, holding on tight to her title. And Charlotte Flair came a little extra dolled up tonight. Usually Charlotte Flair looks a little. Typically, she looks a little bit more on the masculine side because she's super like, lean and muscular. But tonight she's looking a little bit more on the feminine side. Looks like she wanted to look. She wanted to come out looking cute for SmackDown tonight. And here we go, guys. The referee lifting up the title to the Raptors. And now we got matches on the way. Here we go. All right, they've officially rang the bell, and here we go. Who's going to get the opportunity? Charlotte Flair retaining, Sonya Deville pulling the upset. Here we go. Here we go. The women starting off in the center of the ring, locking arms up. A nice little quick takedown by Charlotte Flair. They both get back up, and then a nice little shoulder tackle by Charlotte, taking Sonya down again. And now she's got her arms up like, come on, baby, let's go, let's go. You've been wanting this match for a while. Now Charlotte Flair jogging around the ring. Sonya Deville walking in the opposite direction. Charlotte Flair wraps Sonya up, takes her down. Nice little UFC takedown. Goes for a quick cover. Kick out after one. And a nice little submission move on the arm, courtesy of Charlotte. Ooh, and Sonya pulling on Charlotte's hair. I know she didn't appreciate that. Ooh, and now she has Charlotte with the arm submission, and Charlotte does a nice little cartwheel. Long legs, no pun intended. Ooh, and Charlotte flips over the third rope after she gets thrown to the corner by Sonya Deville. Sonya goes after her and catches a boot to the face. Charlotte goes up top, going high risk. Cross body to body off the third rope. Charlotte connects. And Sonya Deville, though, she kicks out after two. And Charlotte Flair looking at the audience going this close to ending the match. Sonya Deville running towards Charlotte Flair, who's in the corner. Throws Sonya over the third rope, but Sonya lands on the apron. She catches a massive forearm to the face. And then Sonya Deville pulling Charlotte by her hair. And then to go ahead and imitate Charlotte Flair. She's like, woo! She's like, did you like that? To the Sonya Deville mocking Charlotte Flair. Oh, man, talking a whole lot of smack. That was funny. This girl, man, she's crazy. Man, Charlotte Flair here tonight. Looking like she's on her A game. Now, she's momentarily taken down, of course, by Sonya Deville, courtesy of Sonya Deville pulling her by the hair and slamming her to the canvas. But besides that little move right there that Sonya has done, it has been all Charlotte Flair thus far. And I think that Charlotte Flair is coming in all business tonight. She was smiling earlier, but it ain't no smiles in this match right now. So it looks like right now we're on another commercial break. Man, I tell you, SmackDown, commercial break after commercial break. Let me go ahead and take another drink here, another hit. Woo! Quite refreshing. I'll tell you what, man. This right now, situation right now with SmackDown, man, they've got to do less commercials and more matches, bro. I don't know if that's Fox that requires them to do that because it's on, it's on Fox Network. But man, this network has way too many commercials. Yeah, right now it's on a commercial break. Oh, well, that's on commercial break. I'm gonna take a moment here to check something out on Instagram. Let me see something here. They have this feature on Instagram now where it lets you go live streaming on the software, which I never knew about. And I'm wondering if it's compatible with what I use. Don't know if it is. Let's see. I don't know. I think this might be something different. I don't know. Well, I don't even know if I could add it in yet because I'm already streaming. But let's see something here. Mm, let's see. Mm. Oh, I might be able to. Maybe not tonight. Maybe not tonight, guys. But in the future, I might be able to stream this on Instagram. Might be able to stream this on Instagram. I think Instagram has been upgrading the software, especially for the web browser version. I like it. I got a feeling one day you guys might see me streaming all this content on Instagram. Now, granted, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch will still continue to be the original platform. So I'm not getting rid of those platforms, just so you guys know. We will continue to live stream on those. But if I can also get Instagram added into the mix, got a lot of people on Instagram that love to watch through there. Then we're gonna add that feature coming soon, guys. Coming soon. But anyways, we're back to the match from commercial break on SmackDown, and right now looks like Sonya Deville trying to go for a couple of forearm shots across the head, but Flair blocks both of them, and then she ends up retaliating with two fists of her own across the face of Sonya Deville. Deville gets smashed face first into the third rope turnbuckle, courtesy of Flair. Oh, and now Deville right to the knee of Charlotte Flair. During commercial break, she must have been attacking the knee because Charlotte Flair is limping a little bit around the ring. Oh, but now she looks like she's back on her feet, 100%. Couple of clotheslines by Flair, then a couple of chops across the chest where the ladies are located, the twins, if you catch my drift. Charlotte Flair with four chops in a row across Deville's chest. Man, oh man, 99% of this match has been all Flair. And Charlotte Flair does the Shawn Michaels move where she bounces off the canvas and lands on her feet while she was laying down on the mat. Charlotte Flair, I believe, is in her hometown tonight, too. So the fans are on her side. But as you guys know, WWE history, usually champions lose their titles in their home turf. Oh, and a nasty boot. That boot caught the entire face of Sonya Deville, gets wiped out. And I'm not going to lie to you, the referee kind of a slow count. I thought there was a 3 count. It sounded like he did a 3 count and was attempting to go for a 4 count. What is the referee doing out there? Both women back on their feet, and Charlotte Flair wrapping her arms around the waist of Sonya. Sonya hits her with an elbow and takes her off for just a moment. And now Charlotte Flair tries to go after Sonya Deville, who was on the outside of the ring on the apron. Charlotte Flair misses with the boot. Sonya gets back in and does a double kick boot that catches the champ across the face. Oof, she goes for a pin, but a kick out after two. I'm not gonna lie, that little nice little double pump kick by Sonya. It's a kind of little cute move there. I don't know if she looked cute doing it, but she landed it right on the kisser on Charlotte Flair, taking her down. Match still continues though. It was just a kick out after two. Now Sonya Deville running towards Charlotte Flair. A backbreaker to the knee by Charlotte Flair on Sonya's back. Sonya gets back on her feet though and does a big boot across the face of Charlotte. Now Charlotte is on her knees. Sonya Deville going to the top off the second rope and catches Charlotte Flair across the face. Goes for the quick pin and a kick out after two. And now Sonya Deville seems to be the one catching momentum in this match. What a nice hit. Sonya Deville now, she's holding one of Charlotte's legs in the air, thinking about the figure four. Reversed. Small package. What was that? Oh my goodness. What was that, ref? Are you kidding me? Yo, Charlotte Flair had the 3. The referee literally hit the mat on the 3rd count and still said it was a 2. Ooh, and Charlotte Flair with a nice little cartwheel or little forward spin and catches Sonya Deville again and lands her down for the pin. And Sonya Deville with a kick out. I'll tell you what, even though Sonya Deville may not be having the advantage in most of the match, she is at least doing her part to stay alive in this match and survive. Sonya Deville trying to show that she can at least compete to some degree, even though Charlotte Flair has dominated most of the match. Charlotte Flair, high risk, as she catches Deville's feet across the face, gets rolled up by Sonya Deville. Oh, and she tried to use the second rope as leverage and a kick out after two. She almost cheats to get the title. Sonya Deville now trying to wrap Flair up again. She and it gets broken up. Now she's trying to get Sonya Deville in the figure four. If she locks it in, Sonya Deville's done. Oh, if she locks it in, she immediately turns it into the figure eight. She's trying to hang on, nowhere to go, and Sonya Deville is smacking the mat hard as she can so that the referee can stop the match and win her by submission, courtesy of the figure four turned into the figure eight. Charlotte Flair, still your women's Smackdown champion. And now Sonya Deville grabbing her leg, sitting on the outside of the ring on the apron area, grabbing onto her leg, her shin, her knee area. Sonya Deville, I'm not going to lie, she didn't get enough in the match. However, I will say this, she did give it her best. Not a bad match to watch at all. Obviously dominated by Charlotte Flair, but still, it was a nice match to watch. And who do we have here in the comment section? We got Perna Choda says, hi. What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming on to the live stream to show support for the WWE SmackDown live commentary updates here tonight. How are you doing today, my friend? Are you listening in? Are you watching along? Do you have access to SmackDown as well? Woo! Now it looks like it's going to another promo. SmackDown, man, known for 100 commercials and 100 promos. Now they're showing the flashbacks again of when Cody Rhodes had the torn pectoral and he had to, leave for all those months after he made such a big impact. He had to leave, but he showed up back at the right time, came in as number 30, won the Royal Rumble, and is going to be on his way to WrestleMania contending for the none other Roman Reigns for the Undisputed Championship. What time is it right now? Let's see. Looks like it's only 9 p.m. Eastern time. So we've got 2 matches in the record book so far for tonight's SmackDown. And now we're waiting to see what other matches are left. And yes, guys, you heard it here first. Roman Reigns will be showing up here tonight. Not for competition, but he will be showing up tonight to address the situation with the Bloodline. I am more than sure that he's going to let all of us know that the Bloodline is officially breaking apart. Not everyone, but for sure Sami Zayn will be out of it. And Jey Uso. Speaking of Jey Uso, let me show you guys real quick this situation right here. I don't know if you guys tuned into the Jey Uso Instagram, but if Sami Zayn's Instagram wasn't speaking volumes, and if you don't think that the faction of the Bloodline is going to break apart, after seeing the photos that I just showed you earlier on this live stream with Sami Zayn throwing the shirts and the portraits into the trash, let me go ahead and pull up Jey Uso. Jey Uso also had something posted. One photo, minimal amount of words, and he definitely looks like he could also be on his way out of this tag team. Or I should say out of the Bloodline faction. Let me see if I can find the original Jey Uso, because there's a lot of fake pages here on Instagram. Let me see. Jey Uso. I forgot is his Usi? I remember. Yeah, his is his is Usi Juicy. That boy's funny. All right. I believe this is Jay right here. Yeah, look at this, guys. Check this out. Oh, wait, hold on. Before we get to that, they got the Bloodline right now. Hold on. Roman Reigns, Paul Heyman, Jimmy Uso. Roman Reigns as Jimmy Uso. Yo, you haven't talked to him? You haven't implying Jay Uso. You you haven't talked to Jay Uso for the past week? Solo Sikoa is there too. Damn, they're talking smack about Jay Uso. Roman Reigns is pissed. Ooh. Oh man, there's a little bit of a disagreement right now. I'm gonna tell you right now. Roman Reigns talking heat right now, talking smoke. Yo, it's a lot of smoke going on right now. I'm gonna tell you guys in a minute. All right, guys. So I wanted to take a moment to listen to exactly what was being said. Bro, Roman Reigns is pissed. So this is basically what happened in the interaction. You've got Roman Reigns on the couch on the right side of the screen. You got Paul Heyman sitting behind Roman Reigns. On the left side of the screen, you've got Jimmy Uso, you got no Jay Uso, and you got Solo Sikoa. Now, initially, when the camera was zooming in, Solo Sikoa could not be seen, so it looked like Solo wasn't there either. However, the camera zoomed out and you see Solo's there, but you see no Jey Uso there, no Sami Zayn there. So Roman Reigns gets pissed and he says, "Let me ask you something." He goes, "So your brother just doesn't talk to anybody for a whole week?" He goes, "So it's one thing to walk out on us. It's one thing to not do anything at the pay-per-view, basically, but it's another thing to just, just basically be ignoring the entire bloodline for a week." He goes, "Where's your brother been at?" He goes, Jimmy answers and says, "Listen, I have no idea." He goes, "My brother hasn't answered me for an entire week, just like you." And he goes and asks Solo. He goes, "Solo, do you know?" Solo didn't even answer. And then Jimmy says, "Listen, Jay is my brother. And if he's not answering me, he's not answering nobody." And then Roman Reigns gets pissed and he goes, "I don't think you guys realize the sense of urgency that's going on here." And he goes, "Let me ask you something, wise man." Wise man is AKA Paul Heyman, because Paul Heyman is the OG. So he says, "Let me ask you something, wise man." And Paul Heyman goes, "Yes, my tribal chief." And he says, "Are we not in WrestleMania season?" And he says, "Yeah, we are in WrestleMania season." And he says, "Well, then I don't think everybody understands the urgency." So he says, "Jimmy, Solo," he says, "you guys ain't gonna find Jay Uso sitting on the couch." He goes, "Go find him now." And then he says, "You sure your brother hasn't talked to nobody?" He goes, "I'm gonna ask you this one more time." And then he says, "Listen, and then Jimmy Uso gets a little bit of an attitude at this point. He goes, "Listen, I'm gonna tell you like this. You already asked me. I'm gonna answer you again. My brother hasn't hit up nobody, including me, and he needs time to cool off." And from there, Roman Reigns got pissed and told Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso to go find Jay Uso. He said, "You ain't gonna find them sitting on this couch next to me. So get off your butts and go look for Jay Uso." Woo! The smoke, bro. The heat is picking up real quick. So not only is Sami Zayn more than likely officially out of the bloodline, because I've already showed you guys the photos, but Jay Uso, did not show up with the bloodline tonight and walked out on them at the Royal Rumble and did not help them when they were attacking Sami Zayn. To top it off, Jay Uso also posted a photo and a small caption, and that's what I was about to show you now. But then the bloodline showed up on SmackDown. So let me go ahead and share the screen now so you guys can see what it is that I'm talking about when I say this is this is serious business right now. Let me see something. Let me hold on. Let me refresh the page because for some reason the photo on Instagram is showing it kind of weird. Okay. So, bro, there's been a lot of editing lately on like people's Instagrams and photos. Because check this out. I'm gonna show you why. So right here, let me go ahead and share my screen for Instagram so you guys can see what I mean. Let me take a moment to pull this up here. I already logged into the account. I'm already on Jay Uso's page. All right, so check this out. Right, this is Jay. This is Jay Uso. This is his Instagram page. Right, look, this is the face that he had at the WWE Royal Rumble. He posted the photo of looking at Sami Zayn because at this point, Sami Zayn was knocked out. He was beat up by both um, Jimmy Uso and he was, I think he caught the super kick by Jimmy Uso. And then after that, Solo Sikoa gave him the Samoan finger, Samoan hit right to the face. So when he did that, Jay Uso had this look on his face like, man, I can't believe they're attacking one of our brothers, man. Sami Zayn is like a brother to us. Under this photo, right? Look, there's no caption, but there was a caption before. There was a caption under this photo that had like a heart. I mean, not a heart. Was it a heart? No, no, no. It wasn't like a heart. It was like a rose. It was like one of those roses where the rose petals are falling off, similar to like if you guys ever seen the movie Beauty and the Beast. So kind of like the rose petal was falling off because the rose is basically, it's like dying, is wilting away. So that's what he had here. He had like two little emojis here. The emojis are gone. However, this photo is still posted on his Instagram. Sami Zayn, as I showed you guys earlier on this live stream, has pretty much gotten rid of the photos that show himself as well as the bloodline together. And he got rid of the shirt that says honorary Us. He threw it all in the trash. So Jay Uso and Sami Zayn are both showing signs that they're possibly both going to be leaving. Now, we know Sami Zayn for sure is more than likely out. But Jay Uso, he's not yet technically out of the bloodline. However, Roman Reigns asked another question before the whole segment ended, and he said to Jim, he said, "Is your brother going to be here for you? Is he going to be here for us? Because next week, if you don't already know, as I stated earlier, Jimmy and Jey Uso got to defend their tag team titles on SmackDown. If Jimmy and Jey Uso lose these tag team titles next week to Braun Strowman and to Ricochet, that's almost a guarantee that Roman Reigns will lose the title at WrestleMania to Cody Rhodes. Now, we know that more than likely that's going to happen regardless, but will the Usos lose their titles next week on SmackDown? Man, that's going to be insane. Are they going to make those guys lose their titles already 2 months before WrestleMania even shows up? That's going to be quite interesting to see. So the plot thickens tonight with the fact that Jey Uso is a no-show, Sami Zayn is a no-show. Now Roman Reigns is getting an attitude with Jimmy Uso. Now it's only a matter of time for this to blow up in their faces if next week Jey Uso ends up somehow losing that match with Jimmy and they get both titles stripped from them going up against Braun Strowman and Ricochet. It's going to be quite interesting to see. Well, now we've got, a match started here back from commercial break. Let me see who we got here. We've got Ibar going up against some guy named Butch. I don't know who this guy is. It's basically the tag team of the Vikings going up against two guys that I have no idea who these guys are. And Ibar takes Bush, whatever this guy's name is, throws him towards the turnbuckle, and his body ricochets off of the turnbuckle. Ooh, and Butch right now taking the hand and kind of like getting it in a twist, kind of like twisting the fingers backwards. Now Ridge the Fridge, never heard of this guy either, gets tagged in, goes ropes to ropes, and off of velocity goes and does a shoulder block towards one of the members of the Vikings. Bridge the Fridge. I have no idea who this guy is. Never seen him in my life. Not gonna lie, this match is not interesting to me at all. Ooh, and Bridge the Fridge lifts up one of the members of the Raiders, the Vikings. Nice little vertical suplex. Tags his partner in Butch. They knock down Ibar off the apron. And now they're doing the chops Sheamus style, the way Sheamus would beat across the chest on his opponents. Now, Bridge the Fridge and Bush beating the crap out of this guy. Not gonna lie, this match is a little boring. Oh, shoot. The Viking Raiders now taking over with massive control. Woo! Butch goes to the outside and gets distracted by one of the Raiders Vikings accompanies, one of the guys that accompanied him to the ring, and gets distracted. He gets thrown head first into the barricade. That was a nasty hit. Let me see who this Butch guy is. Looks like Butch used to be a part of the United Kingdom NXT. That's probably why I don't know him. I've never seen this guy ever in my life. I don't really watch the United Kingdom NXT. The most that I've ever watched was the regular NXT, and even that I would watch that occasionally. So I have no idea who this guy is. Let me see who this Bridge the Fridge guy is. Let me look up here real quick. Bridge the Fridge. I guess that's what they call him. See where this guy's from. Bridge the Fridge. I didn't even get a search result to pull up for this guy. So I have no idea who this guy is. Bridge the Fridge. I have no idea, guys. This to me is kind of a useless match on WWE SmackDown tonight. Two tag teams, in my opinion, they both suck, and neither one of them is going to get an opportunity to fight for any titles anytime soon. Not at the Chamber, and definitely not at WrestleMania. So this match is almost useless. If I don't give all the play-by-play on this one, you got to excuse me on that because I'll be honest, this match is junk. This is like a filler match, to be honest. This is what I'm saying about earlier. WWE, they don't have that many great matches to put on here. How many times have I said, "Yo, we're on commercial break," or "We're on a promo"? You know what I'm saying? These guys and these Raider Vikings. The only time I've ever seen them is like when they're interfering into like matches and stuff. I never really see them doing anything else other than like sneak attacks. They have matches every once in a while, to be honest. So let me see the Viking Raiders. I'm gonna see what are their names because I have no idea who these guys are. I've seen them only like twice ever. All right, so Ivar is the one that was starting the match, the bigger dude, and then Eric is the other guy. So I think Eric is the bald one. I think they both might be technically bald, but no, actually Eric is bald and Ivar is semi-bald. So that'll help to kind of give the play-by-play on this match. Because honestly, I don't know any of these guys' names. But anyway, it's on commercial break. So I'm about to take another quick hit of the adult soda. Give me a second here where I go ahead and do that. Woo! All right. It's been a long week, so I definitely needed that beverage. Got me a what is this? I think this is a 16. That is a 16 ounce can. Now they're showing the promos for tomorrow's pay-per-view. For those of you who tuned in a little bit late, or you might have just tuned in now or midway through, tomorrow's pay-per-view is not a Raw or SmackDown pay-per-view. It's going to be a NXT pay-per-view. It's called NXT Vengeance Day, and that's going to be tomorrow night. I believe that's at 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 Central. 5 Pacific, 7 Central. And if you're looking to tune in to get some NXT updates, if I end up hosting that, you're more than welcome to tune in here. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Also, make sure if you're subscribing on YouTube that you hit the bell notification so you get instant updates. As soon as I go live stream, it'll go ahead and send you a notification as soon as I go live. So you guys can go ahead and click on that notification. It'll bring you right to the stream. Yep. Well, we're back here onto the match, and it looks like I think his name is Ridge, not Bridge. So Ridge right now did a nice little belly-to-belly to Eric, taking him down, and then Eric goes for attack to Ivar. Now Ivar is in the ring, ducks the clothesline by Ridge. Oh, he's about to do, I thought he was going to do a power bomb. Now maybe a power driver. Oh, no. Look at this. Ridge the Frizz strong. He's got the enormously obese Ivar up and does an Alabama slammer type of move to him. Goes for the immediate pin, and it's a kick out after 2. Man, Riz the Fridge. You may not know who the heck he is, but I'll tell you what, man, he's got some strength. And now he tried to go ahead and wrap up Ivar, but Ivar with massive wicked elbows across the face of Ridge. Oh, and Butch gets the tag in and kicks Ivar across the back of the skull. Then he does a big boot to the face of Ivar. And now you got Eric that tagged back in. Oh, and a massive clothesline. Catches Butch inside out with the clothesline. Then a massive boot to his face. Goes for the pin. And it's a kick out after 2. Man, oh man. Butch is getting whooped right now. Oh, and it looks like Ivar goes to the third rope. His tag team partner, Eric, hands over Butch. Butch right now being held up on the third rope by Ivar. Ridge the Fridge on the outside pulls Eric to the outside of the ring. So now we've only got 2 guys in the ring. Butch right now, I don't know if he's going to do a Hurricane Rana, but he's got Ivar on the third rope. A Hurricane Rana sends Ivar across the middle of the ring. 1, 2. Not enough to get the victory. A kick out after 2 by Ivar. Ivar and Eric are tag teams, part of the Raiders, also known as the Vikings. And then you've got Butch and you've got Ridge the Fridge, who are in a tag team. Ooh, a somersault off the ropes, but Ivar catches Butch, lifting up Butch right now. Oh, but Butch now trying to put a chokehold. Nice little sleeper hold while he's on the back of Ivar, but Ivar secretly tags in his partner Eric. Oof, and Butch gets laid out. Oh, man. And Ridge on the outside catches a heel kick, spinning heel kick courtesy of Ivar. And then he gets tagged back in by his partner Eric to take care of more business inside of the ring against Butch. Ooh, and they lift Butch up. A double tag team choke slam. 1, 2, 3. And the Raiders, a.k.a. the Vikings. Woo! The Vikings Raiders. I think that's such a stupid name. They need to change it. They either need to call them the Raiders or the Vikings. Their full name is the Viking Raiders. I think that's such a dumb name to put together. But anyway, nonetheless, the Viking Raiders get the victory, a.k.a. Eric and Ivar successfully get the victory over Butch, and Ridge, just after he got laid out with a spinning heel kick by Ivar, ends up falling asleep on the outside and never comes back into the ring. And Butch now staying in the center of the ring, out cold, still has not moved. Oh, and Drew McIntyre's music hits as Ivar and Eric were leaving the ring. McIntyre and Sheamus coming through for the attack. Drew McIntyre beating up on Ivar near the entranceway, near the fans. Sheamus over there on the other side taking on to Eric. And the Viking Raiders are getting attacked right now. Oof. Man, and Sheamus takes Eric and bashes his head across one of the steel poles. And then over here, we've got Drew McIntyre takes Ivar and smashes his head across one of the entrance LED Titantron screens. And then he does a massive boot across the face of Ivar. And now Ivar nowhere to be found. And then Drew McIntyre out here takes his shirt off, flexing for the crowd. Drew McIntyre, Sheamus getting some revenge tonight. I'm not gonna lie, man. I wish this tag team would have stayed in the tournament. If it wasn't for them basically voluntarily disqualifying themselves out of the tournament, Braun Strowman and Ricochet would have never even been in the tournament, would have never made it to the finals, and would have never earned the number one contendership. See, if this tag team wouldn't have left the match, they would have still been in the tournament. They would have fought, they would have won, they would have went to the finals, and they were my original pick to be the number one contenders against the Usos. But that all pretty much changed. Now we got another promo. This promo is with it was technically with Bray Wyatt in the pitch black match against LA Knight at the Rumble. However, he kind of looked like the Fiend. He didn't have the mask, but he did have a lot of like scary makeup around his eyes. And then when the lights turned off, he had all this stuff that was like glowing here and glowing around his like arms and neck and stuff like that. So yeah, so he looked actually scarier in the in that type of persona. But then somehow later on in the match, he had a mask on, which is weird because he didn't start the match with a mask on. Then he has a mask on, but the mask didn't look anything like the old Fiend mask. It looked like a completely different, like new version, new persona. And then they show the promo where what is it, Uncle Howdy, I think is his name. Uncle Howdy's the one that has the white mask with the big Mad Hatter hat on. He has that hat that looks like the Mad Hatter from Alice in Wonderland. So that's Uncle Howdy. He was at the Rumble. He leaped off of a high platform and landed on top of LA Knight, and that bursted up some flames during that match. That was the conclusion of the match. Oh, now we got a promo here with Bray Wyatt. He was sitting on a rocking chair like this. He's just rocking the chair, and all of a sudden, you see like this hand come and grab onto the chair, and then Bray Wyatt looks like this. He looks behind him. He looks, and it's Uncle Howdy. Uncle Howdy comes out and shows his face to the screen, looking all scary like it's Halloween. And then they cut the promo off right there. So I got a feeling, guys, that Bray Wyatt is not Bray Wyatt. He's started to transition into another persona that's similar to the Fiend, as he did at the Royal Rumble. All right, looks like we're going to have a women's match here. Oh, that's right. This is a qualifier match. You got Shotzi, Shayna Baszler, Zelina Vega, and Natalia coming up. Shotzi's in the ring right now. So she's the first one coming into the ring. What this is, it's a fatal four-way match. The women are going to be competing for an opportunity to be one of the attendees at the just later on this month in February. And again, if you guys didn't already know, February will have two pay-per-views. This year, it's going to have the NXT Vengeance Day pay-per-view, which is tomorrow. And then in about 2 or 3 weeks, towards the middle or end of February, will be the Elimination Chamber match. Right now, for the men's chamber match, I believe all 6 men have already been qualified. So I don't think there's any more members to qualify. But for the women's match, we still have, I think it's like 1 or 2 spots left. So the winner of this fatal four-way match tonight will become one of the final 2 spots for the women's elimination chamber match. And then I believe whoever wins the chamber match will then fight for the title at WrestleMania. I believe that's how they're doing it, because I don't think the champion is going to be involved in the chamber match. Oh yeah, actually, to go ahead and elaborate further, yes, because Rhea Ripley won the women's Royal Rumble match, and Rhea Ripley said that she's going after Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair retained her title tonight against Sonya Deville, which means that as long as Charlotte doesn't lose her title anytime coming up on a SmackDown, or she doesn't lose her title on like any of these, midway pay-per-views like a chamber match, Charlotte Flair more than likely will be defending the title against Rhea Ripley at Mania, because that's who Rhea Ripley chose to contend against after winning the Royal Rumble as the number 1 entrant. And she lasted 1 hour, 1 minute, and 8 seconds, in case you forgot or didn't know. Then Since she chose her, we did not have a champ for Bianca Belair for the Raw title. So because of that, they're putting a fatal four-way match tonight on SmackDown for that qualifier. Now, the kicker here or the caveat is that I don't know why they would have this qualifier match on SmackDown when the title that the winner of this match gets a shot at the Chamber, and then whoever wins the Chamber match gets a shot at the Raw title, which is versus Bianca Belair. Why are we having this on SmackDown when it's not even going to be for a SmackDown title or a SmackDown contendership? I have no idea. But the winner of this match goes into the Chamber. Then they'll get one more person to qualify. Once they get all 6 women, the winner of the 6 women Elimination Chamber match, and this month in February, will then go not next month, because technically it's in April. In a month and a half, WrestleMania, Bianca Belair will defend her title against the winner of the Women's Elimination Chamber. So Bianca Belair more than likely is not going to be losing her title anytime soon. She'll more than likely retain the title for the next remaining 2 months. Charlotte Flair, since she won tonight against Sonya Deville and there's no other contenders in sight, more than likely she's going to be retaining all the way to Mania as well. So, guys, don't expect the title for the women's to change hands at all within the next 2 months until WrestleMania gets here and we figure out who's going to be fighting for the Raw title. We know who's fighting for SmackDown. That's Rhea Ripley. But we're going to see who's fighting for Raw. Now, here's the other thing. If it was me, I don't know what WWE is doing, but Rhea Ripley, to me, in my opinion, is not only, obviously, she's very attractive, very hot, very sexy, right? But not only that, she's a great competitor in the ring. She's really good with the Judgment Day. She's also really good alone when she's competing. For example, how she performed at the Royal Rumble. Is Judgment Day potentially going to be breaking up? I asked that question because Rhea Ripley is a big factor of the Judgment Day. She's also kind of like behind the scenes dating Dominic. Not in real life, of course. They're not dating in real life. But storyline-wise, Rhea Ripley is the mommy of Dominic, a.k.a. his mamacita. So since technically they're dating and she's always got Dominic's back, if she wins the title at WrestleMania against Charlotte Flair and dethrones the Queen, would that mean that she's going to then end up leaving Raw to go to SmackDown permanently? And does that mean that Judgment Day will then shift over to SmackDown permanently? Or will that faction go its separate ways because Judgment Day is on Raw, but Rhea Ripley being the new SmackDown champion would mean she's got to go to SmackDown by herself? If that happens, I think that's going to be terrible because Rhea Ripley, for one, even though she's phenomenal, she looks better when she's a part of the faction of the Judgment Day, right? Also, vice versa. Judgment Day looks better when Rhea Ripley's part of the team. So, man, I don't know what this is going to mean, but could that possibly mean that Rhea Ripley is going to lose at WrestleMania if the intent is to keep Rhea Ripley still joined forces with Judgment Day? So one or two things is going to happen, or one of three. Either Rhea Ripley and the Judgment Day are going their separate ways, or Rhea Ripley is going to win the SmackDown title, and then the entire Judgment Day is going to shift over to SmackDown, or Rhea Ripley is going to lose the title and stay on Raw with the Judgment Day. If the intent is to keep the Judgment Day together, I almost think they might lean to making Rhea Ripley lose the match against Charlotte Flair, just to keep the faction united. But we'll see. All right, guys. So it looks like they actually have Shotzi in the ring, Shayna Baszler's in the ring, Natalia's in the ring. I did not see Zelina in the ring though, so I don't know if Zelina entered. But when they got back from commercial break, all the women were already in the match. Right now, Shayna Baszler got attacked by Natalya. She rolled out of the ring. Oh, and as I was getting ready to say that Shotzi was fighting Natalya inside, Zelina Vega shows up out of nowhere, grabs Shotzi, pulls her out, and smashes her head face first into the barricade near front ringside. Now we've got Natalya and Zelina on the inside of the ring. A nice roller by Zelina, trying to get a quick win, a quick victory. Oh, and backstage, we got Liv Morgan and we got Raquel watching this match closely. And by the way, these two women are in the Elimination Chamber match already. All right, in the center of the ring now, we've got Zelina Vega trying to do some type of move. And she does a nice little mid-air spin move to Natalya that goes right into a pin. But Shayna Baszler gets into the ring and breaks that up. Shotzi's in the ring. And now a backbreaker to the knee, courtesy of Shayna Baszler on Shotzi's spinal cord. And now the other two women have rolled out of the ring. And now Shayna Baszler has got one foot on Shotzi's head, and she's pulling her by the arm. And now Natalya gets in the ring and whacks Shayna Baszler across the dome. And now Shotzi rolls out of the ring. And Natalya goes and throws Shayna towards the rope. Shayna on the apron. She ends up kicking Natalya. And then on the outside, Zelina tries to do a sneak attack. But then she gets dropped by Shayna Baszler. And then a massive knee across the face of Natalya's face, which is the same knee that Shayna Baszler used to break the nose of Natalya about 3 months ago that took Natalya out of commission. And of course, now SmackDown going back to a commercial break. Sheesh. SmackDown. You're laying the SmackDown on your fans, man, going into constant commercial breaks. What is this nonsense going on here? What is this nonsense? SmackDown, man, I tell you, you need a lot more. You need a lot more people out there to compete for you because you guys are slacking so hard. Well, guys, let's see how much time we got left for SmackDown. 27 minutes for SmackDown. They've only shown one clip so far of the Bloodline. The one clip was a big-time conversation between Roman Reigns, Jimmy Uso, Solo Sikoa, and the Wise Man, a.k.a. Paul Heyman. No Jey Uso so far tonight, and no Sami Zayn tonight, but the Bloodline, the rest of the members of the Bloodline, including the Tribal Chief, showed up to SmackDown tonight. The only thing is, will Roman Reigns come out to the center of the ring tonight and try to call out Jey Uso? We have yet to see. Jey Uso has not been in attendance so far on SmackDown. There's only 27 minutes to go. Right now, we've got the Fatal 4-Way match. I'm assuming this match is going to probably last another 5 or 10 minutes. And by that time, that should leave roughly about 15 to 20 minutes left for SmackDown. And as you guys know, the Roman Reigns entrance takes like 5 or 10 minutes on its own. So I'm guessing that, guys, after this Fatal 4-Way match, Roman Reigns addressing the Bloodline situation is probably going to be the next and final thing to close out the SmackDown edition for tonight. Unless there's another match that I'm not aware of, I'm assuming that this is the final match of the evening, and then we'll have Roman Reigns and the Bloodline come out. It's going to be very interesting to see how this all picks up. Woo! I'm gonna be honest with you guys. When I had it's commercial break right now, by the way. I'll be honest. Earlier today, I was like, man, it's been a long work week, right? Long work week. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, man, SmackDown. I don't know if it's gonna be that good. I don't know if it's gonna be worth a live stream. I was almost tempted to just go to sleep. But I thought about it. I said, nah, man, I'm here for the people. I'm here for the supporters. I'm here for the followers, the fans, the viewership. You guys are always showing support. So I was like, nah, man, I'm not just going to go to sleep on the fans, on the supporters. I'm going to show up. We're going to talk SmackDown. We're going to talk Royal Rumble. We're going to talk WrestleMania. We're going to talk about WWE in general. And it's been a good broadcast so far. Got about 20-something minutes to go. It's been a good broadcast. Obviously, not as great as Raw and the pay-per-views, but still pretty good so far. We're back from commercial break now, and let's go ahead and see what's going on in the squared circle. We got Shotzi in the ring with Shayna Baszler, a couple of punches across the face, while Shayna Baszler now reverses, and now she's got her foot on top of Shotzi's hand. She leaps into the air to try to stomp on her hand. Shotzi gets out the way, and then she tries to roll her up, kick out, and then here, a couple of kicks and punches by Shotzi. Oof. She did a body shot kick to the abdomen of Shayna, then punched her in the face, then kicked her in the face, then runs rope to rope, and then goes body to body while Shayna was leaning on the second rope. Shayna Baszler rolls out, Shotzi running rope to rope, leaps through the second rope, and lays out Baszler on the outside of the ring. What a nice move by Shotzi. Shotzi showing she's got some moves here tonight. Ooh, and over here, Zelina Vega leaps off the second rope to the outside, knocking out Shotzi and Shayna Baszler at the same time. And then here comes Natalya trying to pick up the pieces to try to get an easy victory. But man, the replay on the somersault by Zelina Vega off the ropes to the outside of the ring, taking out both Shotzi and Shayna Baszler. And I'll tell you what, Zelina looking good tonight, looking real cheeky tonight, if you know what I mean. And then here we go now with Shotzi was about to catch the legendary Bret Hart submission hold, courtesy of Natalia. That gets broken up by Shotzi. Shotzi then does a German suplex to Zelina. Now Shayna comes in and does a German suplex to Shotzi. All girls are laid out right now. And now Shayna, a nice little Cobra clutch, a nice little chokehold onto Zelina. Zelina not breaking it up, looking like she's about to tap. Is Shayna going to be the winner? Natalia comes in. She goes for the spinning clothesline and misses. And now she's being choked out by Shayna Baszler. But now Baszler gets thrown out to the second ropes by Natalia. Natalia now with the figure 4 on Zelina. Will she tap out? Zelina taps out in a matter of like 2.5 seconds. Holy. And Natalia actually getting an opportunity to go to the chamber? Who would have thought she was going to win the match? I honestly thought they were going to give it to Shayna Baszler. Wow, Shayna Baszler will not be competing in the chamber match. Natalia gets the victory. And so far, for the women's, we've got Natalia, we've got Nikki Cross, we got Liv Morgan, we got Asuka, and we've got Raquel Rodriguez. I think Raquel Rodriguez would be a nice victory so that she can go toe-to-toe with the strong Bianca Belair. Oh, we got another qualifier match coming up, but this one will be on Monday. It'll be Michin, Carmella, Piper Niven, and I forgot who was the fourth person. But yeah, I forgot. There's one more Fatal 4-Way match, but that one will not be decided tonight. That will be decided Monday. Now, guys, we got Roman Reigns backstage. Let me take a moment and see what they have to say. Jimmy and Solo are back, and Jimmy says he tried to contact Jay, and he got no response. He said a big fat 0, and now Roman is looking more pissed than he was earlier tonight. Roman says he doesn't understand. He says of all the time for this to happen, we were doing so good. We had no problems, we have no hiccups, no issues, and now it happens at WrestleMania season. Roman says to Jimmy, do you understand the burden and the stress of being in this position? And he says, I feel like I'm being pulled. He says he feels like he's being pulled in 2 different directions. Roman Reigns apologized to Jimmy, saying, I'm sorry for speaking to you the way that I did. He says, I need y'all. He says, I need the whole team to be as strong as we ever were. Because if we're not, he says, there ain't no more of this. There ain't no more. Oh, Roman Reigns, he told Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa, he says, hey, the wise man, a.k.a. Paul Heyman, rented a bus, and on the bus, there's all kinds of food. There's shrimp, there's steak, there's chicken, there's everything you can possibly want to eat. He says, I want you guys to go to the bus. I want you guys to enjoy dinner tonight. And he says, I'll see you there later because I got to handle some business inside of the ring. So Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman are more than likely coming out next alone to address the Jey Uso and Sami Zayn situation. And he has told Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso to go to the bus to enjoy dinner and to don't worry about it because he's going to go to the ring and handle business. So far, it doesn't seem like the faction is fully destroyed or separated just yet. Roman Reigns did apologize to Jimmy Uso for talking nasty to him earlier tonight. And he says, I shouldn't have spoken to you like that, but we all do need to be stronger and better than ever. This is WrestleMania season. I have a lot on my plate, and I need us to be better than what we were before. We've had no issues, no hiccups, no mistakes until now. So we'll see, guys. We will see what will happen if Roman Reigns goes to the ring. Is Jey Uso going to make a surprise appearance tonight? Or maybe even Sami Zayn? Maybe Sami Zayn will come out of nowhere from the crowd and maybe attack Roman Reigns, like a sneak attack. Man, this is going to be interesting. So the Fatal 4-Way match has been decided, you guys. Natalia is the fifth attendee for the Elimination Chamber. And so next week, Michin, Carmella, Lee Ray, and man, I always remember only three of the four girls. Michin, Carmella, Lee Ray, and one other chick are going to be fighting on Raw, and they're going to qualify for the final spot for the Chamber. But now that that match is over, Roman Reigns said his piece. Jimmy Uso and Solo walked out of the backstage, and now we are on, another SmackDown commercial break on Fox. So yeah, I pretty much timed it perfectly. I said the women's match is going to last another 5 or 10 minutes, and then we're going to see the address of Roman Reigns, not the address of where he lives, but addressing the issues in the bloodline. This is going to be quite interesting, man. No more bloodline. I'm not going to lie to you. When I first watched the bloodline get united, I wasn't a fan in the beginning, but eventually, I started to grow, kind of like an admiration for the legacy that they were building. So to see this all just start to break apart and to possibly see it go away by either WrestleMania, um, it's going to be a completely different atmosphere on, the WWE content if these guys don't stick together. I don't think they're going to stay with the titles anymore. I think the Usos will be dethroned. I think Roman Reigns will be dethroned, but I think WWE should still keep the bloodline together. However, I think that if they lose the titles, the likelihood of them staying together is going to be slim pickings. With that being said, let me go ahead and go ahead and drink a little bit more of my adult soda. Be right back. Woo! All right, I'm back. I'm back. Thank you for your patience. Ooh, we got a fatal 4-way match next week with Rey Mysterio, Madcap Moss, Karrion Cross, and Santos Escobar. Winner faces Gunther for the Intercontinental title. Woo! So that means the winner of the men's fatal 4-way is going to end up facing Gunther more than likely at the chamber match for the IC championship. Oh man, it's going to be interesting. And guys, the Roman Reigns theme song has just hit. You guys know what that means. And you know how when usually the bloodline come out, they have the little design of like Roman Reigns with the Usos, and the it's kind of like a little 3D graphic. Yeah, the only graphic they got on the screen right now is Roman Reigns. So you know what that means. Roman Reigns legit is coming out alone with the wise man, Paul Heyman. Guys, put your fingers in the air. Put your fingers in the air. In courtesy of Roman Reigns coming out alone, we the one, I guess he's going to be the only one left, my friend. He's going to be the only one left. If this faction happens to break apart, look at this. You like this finger? Pause. No pun intended. You see it? It says, we the ones. We the ones. And right here, you've seen it before, and then look, it says bloodline right there. That's right. Put your fingers in the air. Mm, 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 mm. All right, that's enough with the big finger. No pun intended. The island of relevancy. Michael Cole says, "Is this the last time that we're gonna see this faction so united?" There's no Jimmy. There's no Jay. There's no Solo Sokoa. But it's all business for Roman Reigns here tonight. Man, oh man, I could already feel like I'm getting goosebumps to figure out what's about to happen here, man. Sami Zayn. Whew. Will he come out tonight? Jay Uso. Will he come out tonight? Will both men come out tonight? Roman Reigns headed to the ring with Paul Heyman right now. And as I told you, this entrance alone is going to take like 5 minutes or so. We're going to give Roman Reigns at least about 10 or 12 minutes. Hopefully, they won't go to any more promos, no more commercial breaks. I hope they stay right here. Stay tuned in so we can figure out what is going to happen here tonight. And Michael Cole says this may be the beginning of the end for the bloodline. Wade Barrett is so stupid. Michael Cole says, yo, they put a post online that says, I'm out. He goes, I'm out. That means Sami Zayn is out or Jay Uso's out. He goes, Wade Barrett says to Michael Cole, what do you mean I'm out? He goes, what does that even mean? I'm out of toilet paper? That guy's stupid, bro. Wade Barrett, man. And now we got Roman Reigns lifting both titles up in the air. Explosions and pyros everywhere, as usual on his entrance, as if he just won a championship match. Oh man, this is gonna be crazy. I think WWE, if they separate the faction, it's gonna suck on content over time. So it's been one of the best factions to watch in a very long time, in my opinion. All right, let's see what he has to say. He's in the ring. Music is off. Pyros are done. The wise man, Paul Heyman, is holding both titles like this across his chest. He gives the microphone over to the tribal chief. And the chants begin. Sami, Sami. And Roman Reigns with a very stern look on his face. You know, it's the first time that Roman Reigns has looked so serious that he actually resembles The Rock even more than normal. Roman Reigns says, yo, South Carolina. He said, acknowledge me. He says it with extra passion tonight. He must have something against South Carolina. Roman Reigns' facial expressions, man, over time have gotten funnier. The Sami Zayn chants are deafening throughout the arena. You got some people saying Sami, Sami. You got other people saying Sami Zayn, Sami Zayn. Roman Reigns says, I was going to ask the audience, who do you want me to talk about? But I guess it's pretty obvious, huh? He says, well, I guess you guys want me to talk about Cody Rhodes, the number one contender, someone who deserves my attention, poking holes into the audience's cheers saying, we're not going to talk about Sami Zayn right now. He says, you simple folks in South Carolina have reduced me to talk about the past. He says, you want me to talk about Sammy? All right, we could talk about Sammy. He goes, but there's two sides to every story, and you're going to hear mine tonight. He said, to hear my side of the story, we got to go all the way back to War Games. He said back then he saw everything that he needed to see. He said, would you like to know what I saw that night? He said, I saw greed. Sami Zayn being greedy. He says when he goes to restaurants, he can see the greed in people's eyes too, and that's what he saw in Sami Zayn's eyes. He's comparing him to like a hostess, a waiter, a waitress, a kitchen chef. When they see Roman Reigns walk into the restaurant, they have that same greed in their eyes, like Sami Zayn basically had. He says, just like these fans in South Carolina, you guys just want, but you can never get back. Oh no! And an attack by Sami Zayn. Are you kidding me? Sami Zayn in the building. No. And his shirt says Sami Zayn. He's got the bloodline colors, but it says Sami Zayn. Oh no, and Roman Reigns knees to the chest of Sami Zayn and the forehead. And now he's attacking Sami Zayn. Is there a possibility that Jey Uso might show up tonight in rescue of Sami Zayn? Sami Zayn jumped into the ring. He had a black hoodie on. You couldn't even tell who it was. And he started attacking Roman Reigns out of nowhere. And then Roman Reigns returns the favor with a bunch of knee shots. Now he's got a chair in the ring. Paul Heyman gave him a chair. Let's see. He's going to bash Sami with it. Whoa! And Sami Zayn plants a spear onto Roman Reigns. Are you kidding me? No way. This guy planted a spear on him. A spear on Roman. Roman is usually the one that delivers the spear. A spear by Sami Zayn to Roman Reigns. Woo! Sami Zayn goes for a chair shot and misses, and Roman Reigns scoots out of the ring. How many minutes we got? We got 6 minutes left of the program. Now Sami Zayn has got the microphone. Man, oh man, it's just Sami Zayn said, I never wanted anything from you. He says, until now. Oh. He says, I want something from you now. He says, I'm going to take it. Oh, man. He says, I'm coming for you and your undisputed Universal Championship. Oh, man. And Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa, who were at the bus eating dinner, looks like they returned to the ring and laid out Sami Zayn. Caught a nasty boot by Solo. Now Solo and Jimmy right now attacking Sami Zayn. 2-on-1 handicap match. And Roman Reigns heading back to the ring. Solo Sikoa with the Samoan spike, the Samoan finger to the throat of Sami Zayn. Lay him out. Man, he caught the super kick and he caught the Samoan spike. Will Jey Uso come to the rescue? Now we got the chair still in the ring. Solo attacking Sami Zayn. Now they're putting the chair to the skull of Sami Zayn. Oh my goodness. Business is picking up with only 5 minutes to go. Roman Reigns back in the ring. Solo running towards Sami Zayn. He was about to bash him with the chair around Sami's neck. And Roman Reigns stops him real quick. Oh, man. Business is picking up right now. I thought Solo was going to do the Rikishi butt cheeks move and smash that chair into the neck area of Sami Zayn. Sami's like this, leaning back. The chair is right here at his throat. Now the fans are chanting, we want Jey. We want Jey. We want Jey. Roman Reigns takes the chair out of the neck area of Sami Zayn and says, because of you, you broke up my bloodline. He says, I gave you an invitation and an opening to the kingdom, and you're breaking everything up right now. He says, I'm going to give you what you want, but you're going to give me what I want. What? He says he's going to give Sami Zayn what he wants. He says, I'm going to give you a title shot, but you're going to give me what I want. He says, you're going to fight me in Montreal. And he said, I see you at the Elimination Chamber. He offered Sami Zayn shouted for an opportunity, and Roman Reigns, after Solo and Jimmy Uso beat Sami Zayn up, he says, I will see you at the Chamber and you will get your title shot. He says the only reason you're getting a title shot is because I'm sick of you breaking up our bloodline, and I'm going to take out all my anger on you. Oh, man. And Sami Zayn laid out, and he's looking right now at Roman Reigns. And no Jey Uso. No Jey Uso. Still. Where is Jey Uso? I don't understand this. This whole time, Jey Uso never showed up. He didn't show up to attack Roman Reigns. He didn't show up to speak. He didn't show up to defend Sami Zayn. He didn't show up to talk to his brothers or his cousins or anybody. Jey Uso in absentee tonight, even though Sami Zayn showed up at the end of the show, attacks Roman Reigns. Then he gets beat up by Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso, and then he gets attacked by Roman Reigns. And Roman offers him a title shot at the Chamber match. Do we not have any competition to fight Roman Reigns for Elimination Chamber prior to going into WrestleMania that we're offering Sami Zayn this opportunity? This is crazy right now. Whoa, I can't believe that Smackdown, bro, picked up business so fast in the last 10 to 12 minutes of the show after all these commercials and promos and all this nonsense that we finally got to the end of SmackDown. Unbelievable, guys. Unbelievable. I can't believe that Roman Reigns offered him that opportunity. With that being said, guys, with this edition of SmackDown, SmackDown is officially over. Just wanted to let you guys know the replays will be available on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. And again, guys, Facebook, Best Coach in the Biz. YouTube, Ola TV Official, or youtube.com/Ola TV Official. And Twitch, for those who are Twitch followers, the best guy in the biz. Go ahead and find me on there. Make sure you like this video, share it with your friends. If you missed any portion of this live stream, the replay is going to be available immediately right now as soon as I end the broadcast on all three of the platforms that I just told you: Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. And by the way, stay tuned because soon Instagram Live might be an added platform that I might utilize, considering that a lot of people love Instagram, including myself. I've been waiting for years for Instagram to finally do this, and I think there might be a way where Instagram, I may be able to test it out in upcoming weeks. And if so, I will give you guys my Instagram page so you can watch it there in case you don't watch it on any other platforms. Well, guys, take care. This is the Friday Night SmackDown live commentary updates in this edition. Appreciate your time. Take care. God bless, and thank you so much for showing support yet again. I love you all sincerely and dearly. Peace.